Plus,
Girl
nigga,
was
catch
not
up
ready.
no time soon. I ain't letting up. Was playing
Scoot
it
up a
cool.
little
They got
bit
respect.
too.
Yeah, this guala
Ooh,
shit still impeccable.
like scoot your chair
LLC,
up
I'm going
in case
professional.
you
Summer hour just to get technical. Anything
legs
less, I'm
short, so
trying
don't
to finish
play.
some
I
brother. They
know.
ain't
That's
ready,
why
we
I be
push it. They
looking
say I'm
crazy.
rough
I'm
at the
sitting up here
collar.
like,
Put my game
you want me
face
to
on. I got it
multitask
together.
and do some
Reminding niggas they
extra
ain't
stuff
shit
over
better. They
here?
pull up big
I
guala,
was
but really
already just
competitors.
mad.
Said I fell off when I'm washed up.
Voila.
Voila. Then I pop back out on like voila. Put your
I'm
bitch
fine
still
for
on my
what?
dick, nigga, voila. Nigga, I came back from my spot, nigga, voila.
Okay, cool.
Voila.
I got a lighter.
Voila. Voila.
Of course.
Yeah. Voila.
I got a lighter.
Good.
Voila.
Okay. I'm trying to get
Voila.
set up over here.
Voila. Yeah. Voila. Yeah, I took a
Shout out
break, but
Guala
that
for
was
coming
great for these
through.
niggas ain't
Guala
trying to piss
I'm
take
gonna
shit.
see
LG.
Guala's favorite show.
Why, he on there?
Oh no, I thought he was.
No, I was shouting him out because this is his song, LG song.
Oh, okay, okay.
They came to perform at my party. Well, he did.
All the performances were dope at your party.
Hey, okay, we're gonna talk
Your
about that
your
party.
party was definitely dope, dope as fuck. Okay.
We're gonna talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it.
There you
That's what
go.
we do on Monday nights. We talk about it.
Keep it playing, nigga. They said I fell off when I washed up.
Voila.
Then I pop back out on like
Voila.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It feels weird.
Why? Because you took a week?
I did take a week, right?
Yeah, is that why? I mean,
Yeah, it feels weird.
does
Like,
it?
yeah, it's just the opening up for yourself. Like, what's up?
Hey.
But as you know, it's the Doll Survival Guide. It's your girl, Mafia Doll, bringing heat. We in this bitch. With your
Right.
girl, Love you on the ones and twos.
You see it.
Making sure this ship don't motherfucking fail. She's like the captain of my boat.
Hey, trying to make some
Just-
shit shake.
Yes, just steer me in the right direction. I'm showing up and making sure that this party is up and going and rolling.
For real.
Okay, so today's episode, we are talking about when too much is too much.
Mm.
And I'm talking about in every situation. I mean, all you little drama queens,
Ooh,
melodramatic
I see what you did there.
man. Yes. And red flags in every relationship that you're a part of.
Right.
Now, I was having this conversation with a really good friend of mine, and I think we talk about this pretty. Can you hear me?
Yeah, turn it just a little bit so it's lined up. You know, remember
Is it-
how? There you go.
Is that better?
It's twisted. Well,
I
you
don't
want to
know.
talk into the front that's in front of the.
I feel like I'm holding.
Yeah, that's
a
how it's supposed to
nice-
feel.
a nice
that's how.
round one.
That's how
What
you know
you
you're
want me
doing
to
it
do
right.
to it?
Right.
Besides Shelly, okay, I'm trying to work.
That's
on
how you know you're doing it
handle,
right.
This handle of this mic, okay?
That's how you know you're doing it right.
What you want to
friend.
do? You got to cover up my nice little lips here, okay?
Right.
But
Okay.
I mean, let's now. Like I said, me and my friend, we be having these conversations behind scenes of, what is too much in any situation, especially friendships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who would even be
Ooh.
calling me during the show?
Ooh.
Spam likely
The nerve.
when they do too much.
Doing too motherfucking much.
It's 8:11 at night, and why is Spam likely calling me? They don't have no respect.
None.
They get to the point where they have the same area code as you, as if it's a cell phone.
Right. You be thinking it's somebody. They done got me a couple times, friend.
Definitely got. Now you got to put do not answer to these extra familiarized numbers, and then it be close to your number too. So you be like, oh, it got to be a carrier.
They will try it.
Too much.
Try it.
They doing too much. And now, when your friend do too much, it has to be like a sequence of order. The first thing would have to be over exaggerating.
Okay, over exaggeration.
Yes, like when they just over tell the story to the point you be like, now bitch, did that really just happen?
Okay.
Or did you just hear what you ran down to me? Do you want to run it back to yourself?
Run it back how you had run it back.
Right. Run it back how you run it back. And I'm getting to the point to where you really have to start parakeet in a situation and be a broken record and really play back the fuckery that they are saying to you. Because sometimes maybe, it's like a idea at the top of the dome, like they really did not think it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then it just be like, oh, okay, well, let me run this back to you to see if it sound right. You sure this how it happened in that order? Look,
Right.
Mama D.
First.
In that order.
Right. Just like that.
Just like that. And the other way too much has to be, when is borrowing too much money ineffective in a friendship?
It depends on the friend, right?
Hell no.
I think it depends on the friend and how long because some of your depends on the friend.
When too much.
It's too much. Oh, okay. So shout out Don Lucha for tuning in.
Hey Don. Now I'm not saying it's not okay to have people that you feel comfortable going to in the time of need. I think we all need that, right?
Facts.
And you're not always on top in any situation in your life. Like, it's always a roller coaster and a fluctuation on where you at.
Right.
So for me, I try to be really thoughtful of what I want to ask my friends for. Like, I weigh it out. Like, do I want you to give me money, or would I rather you put in some free labor work for me because I always got extra shit going on? Or do I want you to show up for everything for me because, like, in return, like, I want you to be reciprocal and show up for
you
me?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, though. It's supposed to be goes without saying.
So I'm trying to weigh it out. But when it comes to finances, I think a red flag for any friendship should be like, it should be a cap on how much you give your friend. Because if you have a friend that is not like on your level or higher, I don't think you really should be loaning that person who makes less than you any type of money. Because you're always going to feel some type of way when they can't pay you back. And they be like, I'm going to pay you back. I promise. I got it. And woo, woo, woo. And then you realize, like, no, the fuck you don't, because you don't never pay me back. Like, when too much becomes too much. Now, if you have a friend that makes less than you and they do the best they can to try to pay you back, even if it's in increments, even if it's, okay, this is all I have, until so-and-so, or even if they're honest. Like, I love an honest person when they're like, look, I got shit going on. I know I said I had a date for you. Like, bitch, I don't even know if that date is possible. Now, I mean, I can do a little some, but I can't give you the full. Or, bitch, this happened. Like, I had some unexpected, like a tire, or the light bill was tired. Like, I can deal with that. Especially if I deal with you on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
Like, it becomes, don't be weird with me, bitch.
Right. Why are you being weird to me?
Don't stop calling me. Don't stop calling me because at the end of the day, you ain't got my money because you lied about it.
Right.
Or you just weird in general because it's an elephant in the room for you. Like, I'm not feeling no type of way. I'm learning how to say no. No. Now, if you have a friend that handles their business, they barely ask you for anything, and you damn near gotta go to the ATM, fake like you ain't doing some shit, and give the bitch some money just so they feel comfortable to take something for you. I think those are the people that you should feel more inclined to help. It's almost like a good deed. One thing I had to learn, like, I was in church one time, and I can't think of who I was, under leadership or just listening to. But it was basically saying, how can you expect the blessing to come from where you were being a blessing to? Like, that's kind of crazy, right? You can't give me something that you can't give yourself. And that's the reason I'm helping you. So in order for me to feel like you're gonna give me something back, that has to be crazy. Like I just gotta know like God gonna have my back and I'm gonna get it another way. Regardless if it's like an extra sale, extra hours, extra paycheck, somebody doing a good deed for me. Like I never expect anything to come from the source I gave to. And I feel like that's a good mentality to have because you cannot feel any type of way when you're not pressured to do something for someone and you don't look for anything in return. Like, I'm not going to give you anything that's going to hurt my pockets in the long run. Like, I'm not going to X myself out. I think back in the day when I was like growing a little bit, it would be like, well, I'll take what I need just to make sure you have what you need. The shirt off my back syndrome.
Right.
And
That's
then
not a syndrome.
that is a syndrome because you know what? A lot of us who have a big heart and that mentality, you really don't find a lot of people around you that can reciprocate that same energy you have. And you find yourself depleted. You find yourself, out of the norm and feeling some type of way. And then you're slacking in the area and you trying to figure it out. But it's because you didn't loaned yourself out in so many ways to people who could not reciprocate what you were giving out. And it is a syndrome. It is a codependent, dependent relationship.
I feel kind of like everybody has a different capacity.
We all
You know
have
what
a
I'm
different
saying?
capacity, but you gotta know what you can handle. When
That's
too
what I'm
much
saying.
is too much.
Justice Born, thank you for tuning in. He said this is a syndrome. I don't know what syndrome he got talking like that. But try again, bruh.
I got all type of bells and whistles happening here.
Donna Lucci said preach.
I'm trying here to get it
I mean,
out.
because I also feel like when you truly give something, or like the people that are around you, it's almost like you said, like I'm gonna give it, but I'm not really expecting it back. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
No,
you know what I mean?
expect it back.
Yeah, but it's kind of like if I give, I don't give with expectation. But if you tell me that you're going to give me this,
tell me.
See, that's different. Like, it's different when it's like, let's be honest and truth with ourselves. Like, don't play with me. Like, if you don't think that you can do it or you don't know, then, and you know me and we know each other in real life, then you know what it is. Like, I've borrowed money from my friends before and told them, hey, I'm going to pay you back like this. And I paid them motherfuckers back just like that. No questions, no dates, late, nothing. It's just.
But that's different. And that's not the weird being weird. Let's talk about the people, quote unquote, because we all ran across those.
Oh, shirt off your back syndrome. Oh, okay.
Yes. Like we all ran across those people like, I'm going to have your money. I'm going to have your money. I'm going to have your money. In all rationality, we know like, you ain't got my damn money, Tommy. I don't even know what you're doing. Like, we have to get to the point to where we start looking at people's actions before we even go into the situation. I'm not saying don't help people who need the help. I'm saying when too much is too much, when you partying and you out every damn day and you asking to borrow money from me,
that's
that's
too much.
I can't help you because behind scenes, it don't matter what I'm doing on the outside, what I post. I work crazy, long, strange hours. So if you see me resting one day, just best believe further down the line, Jesus got my schedule booked up for real to where I'm making up for the time I was not working.
Right.
So everything that I'm giving you, I have to earn harder. I don't have a predicated check where I know what I'm making yearly. I'm not on salary. I don't know what's coming in by the month. Literally, I live off daily bread. That is the life of an entrepreneur. Unless you have mastered how to handle your finances and not be living,
check to check type shit.
Check to check, hustle to hustle, scheme to scheme, whatever you got going on. You know what I'm saying? If the work is not consistent, anybody asking an entrepreneur for anything should know, like, I know you working extra hard for this. So if I'm asking you for this money, I damn well better be doing right by it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, it's an overflow to what how accessible people should be to you. And I don't feel like it's fair for people outside of your marriage to be in your finances.
True.
If there is
marriage.
Yeah, even in a relationship, like, when is it too much for you to depend on your spouse? Like, if we're not cohabitating, that's one thing. If we're not having sex, that's another thing. If this is not something we have talked about beforehand in finances, then that's something we should talk about. I feel like, women, we should be upfront. If you don't do 50-50 with a man, just do not be in any relationship where it's even a thought he like 50-50. Because that's a red flag in the beginning. Because then it's going to become a situation to where everything is about finances. And then it's going to be too much. And then you're going to be like, well, I was up front from the beginning. He's going to be like, well, I told you my opinion. It's kind of like religion.
Who is Donna Lucci? You bitch. You her. You is she.
She's saying her name is Dawn Lucci.
I know.
She
I like to call her Donna Lucci. I got to put it all together. That's one bitch right there.
So I feel like even when you're dating, you gotta know when to throw in the towel and throw the flag and blow your whistle and know when too much is too much. So, stop scratching. I mean,
I hate him. You know who that is.
Yes, okay. Maybe I'm a little loaded. Okay?
Get out her business.
Get out my business. Really, it's my hair. Okay? My hair is like in my face, so I'm trying to move it. It's a lot going on with this hat situation here, okay?
She said, hell, brokenness make me itch too.
Yeah, when you start talking about broke stuff, you get my eyes like, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about broke stuff. There's too much broke conversation going on Tonight's Show when we is manifesting money over here, right?
Okay, big money, big money.
But I'm just saying, when too much is too much.
Right, when too much is too much. On me.
Now, one thing is, do you feel offended, like, when you hear somebody is talking about you?
It depends on who it is.
Give me a scenario of, like, what bothers you and what don't bother you.
If it's a person that a person that's talking about me and it's coming from a loving place, and it's not like evil and vindictive or something that's poisonous or negative, if it's truth in it, then I can respect it. You feel me? If it's somebody that knows me in real life, like if a bitch don't know me, only see pictures of me, might have seen me in public once or twice and got the nerve to open their mouth about me, bitch, it's up. I mean, it's not up, but I'm saying it's up, but it's not up.
So you with the smokes is basically what
I don't mean
saying.
To be with the smoke, but at the same time, it's like in this industry, in this game, you have to be able to be at some level of smokeness because motherfuckers will come for you.
What is some level of smokeness?
Some level, like,
you gotta come with the shit.
Exactly.
That is the layman term.
But it can't be too much though. So it's kind of like I don't be trying to kill mosquitoes with cannons. You know what I'm saying? I try not to do that. Like, I try not to do that because that's over.
Give me an example of how you will hit a hoe when she come for you. Just let me know a playbook out of Big Lovey book on how she will handle, a less than person coming for her.
Depending on who the person is. Like, if it's a motherfucker that's coming for me and it actually affects me, or it makes a difference and they're relevant, or it affects my brand or my business, then I might, match that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I might match that energy as like, hey, this is a consequence of your action. Don't push me because I'm gonna pull you. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me because you don't like the way I'm gonna play. It's different.
Okay.
You know, we play different. Is what I'm saying. But I try to keep myself grounded in that way, and that's why I try to surround myself by people that's like, you know, lovey. Now, lovey, is this lovey? Is this worth, you know? So I try to. I mean, that makes a difference.
Weigh out what you kind of react to, right?
Exactly, because at the end of the day, it's me. I'm the one responding, you know, and I don't necessarily have to react to every little thing, you know, even though some things are triggers. Disrespect to me is a trigger.
Facts. So for me, I really don't care if you're talking about me. I mean,
unless it affects
my business.
Exactly.
Now, when too much is too much for me would have to be one, when you talking about me to relevant people in my life.
Okay.
It's one thing to tell one or two people, but when you telling every single person, like every time you get the floor to speak, I'm topic of conversation and it's nothing great, that would be something that bothers me. Like, don't have a party line conversation about me and I'm last to find out. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like everybody in the room is laughing at you and you don't know why. And then you realize, like, oh, bitch, because you had a lot to say. So that is when something for me would become a problem. Now, if you just randomly bullshitting with like some of our close friends and y'all agree with some bullshit and I hear about it later, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that would really bother me. But internet beef, I'm petty. Sometimes I gotta show up to the fight.
Right. She said, I'm petty.
Right. Sometimes I gotta show up to the fight how you show up to the fight. Because let me tell you something. It is nothing like a non-factor motherfucker who say some out of line shit. And it's not until you read the motherfucking comments that you realize, like, oh, y'all got me fucked up. Like, no, I'm gonna have to handle this on the level of the pettiness that you showed up, because we just not gonna have anybody with just any opinions. Now I'm gonna say what I gotta say and then I'm gonna block your ass. I'm gonna make sure you see it, bitch, and then I'm gonna block you. Because come on, I am looking a little small because the camera got me like real fit. Now now, when too much is too much, now let's talk about this weight loss.
Okay. Look, crickets, literally.
Let's talk about this weight loss. Now, I like myself a certain size.
Okay.
And I'm 5 feet even. Okay. I'm 100. I titter tatter depending on what I eat. But my scale literally right now is in between like 169 and 172.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, either I wake up and I'm gonna have a good crap in the morning and then hop on the scale, or it's like I didn't have a whole day and I hop on the scale late at night. So like that's the titter tatter, okay, people? Now, when your head, this is number one, when your head becomes bigger than your body, you have officially lost too much weight.
Shout out to Nina Nicole for tuning in.
What's up, Nina?
She said, hey, babies.
I'm serious. We all know the big head syndrome. Remember when Jennifer Hudson lost all that weight?
Yeah, I was gonna say Sherry.
Yes.
Sherry. What that lady name? I can't think of her name. She got married and divorced and all kinds of shit. But yeah, we talking about
the Good Morning America guy. You know, the black one.
Yeah, the black one.
Yes. Like, come on, y'all. We all talked about their head first.
Yeah.
Okay, it was kind of like the bobblehead syndrome.
Even Monique, low key, the comedian.
Everybody is not meant to be super small. I don't think everybody body frame was made to be super small.
I agree.
I think you really have to like let your weight fluctuate in order for you to know what you like and what look good on you. I think when you start off really, really big, or even when you're really, really small, because you talk to small people, they want to gain weight. They know they look a little funny. Not like that. But I'm just saying what the skinny people be saying. It would be nice to have a very proportionate body. And that's why a lot of small people go into weightlifting because they're trying to, bulk up their frame in order for them to have a mass. So you have to realize what looks good on you, not what people say looks good on
Or
you.
what if not even looks good, but what's healthy? Like, I wouldn't even go as far as to say looks good because
White doctors always is going to tell you skinny is better, and it is nothing wrong with a little weight loss. I don't care what.
No, I'm saying healthy meaning like if a person look like they are on crack cocaine because they've lost too much weight and their frame doesn't support that kind of weight loss, that shit, they look sick, like they got the HIV. And so I'm saying the HIV.
Look, first off, I really hate when people defer to weight loss, like, oh, they on that shit, because it's so many different factors on why people lose weight.
That's true, but you shouldn't.
It's not necessarily like they're trying to lose weight. It can be from depression.
Oh no, most definitely the reason, not the reason. I'm talking about.
We don't ever want to be like. I'm never one of them people who be like, oh, someone suddenly lost so much weight and they look like they sick. Because you never know if it's really a sickness behind it. So that's
when somebody got that shit, friend, when somebody got that shit and you see them, like if you've seen enough people on drugs and you've seen enough people
say shit about me, so maybe that's why
people say shit about me too, but that doesn't change the facts. The facts still remain that
I'm not gonna be one of those people though, is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna join the club.
You can't ignore what you see with your eyes. If a person looks sick, they look sick.
Okay, so when too much is too much. As a person, and you're that person, and you see them losing too much weight, and it is not flattering to their body. You are doing too much when you put your mouth on these people and say, they look like they got that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Or they own that shit. They either got that shit or they own that shit.
Exactly.
Right.
And it is so sad that those are the only two things that people associate drastic weight loss with. I don't agree. I'm not going to be that. I don't put that negative energy out on people.
That's not negative energy though. That's like an honest observation. Like if a person,
well, you be honest and don't put it out in the air when you're speaking to other people. You take that energy to that person and you pull them to the side and you tell them, hey, let me let you know you looking real unhealthy and I don't know what the problem is and we need to figure that out, because I have a really big problem because I have had people do too much. When I was 250 pounds and I went and got my body done, and people who did not see me, I had my own daddy saying, oh, she got that shit. She got AIDS. That's not a conversation.
It's a difference between looking like. There's a difference between looking sick and looking sick.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
But when you're on a weight loss journey, you don't know how your body is going to react. When you're depressed, you don't know how your body's going to react.
True.
When you're sick, you don't know how your body's going to react. People do way too much when they put their mouth on people in their weight loss journey.
It's a difference.
It's too much.
I mean, I'm not
showing up to the congregation about your weight loss conversation. Because
we're not talking about having public forums about people's weight loss. But I'm saying when you see somebody that you can see their bones in their face, You know what I'm saying? And it's like their skin is discolored or whatever. You know what I mean? There's certain things that give you like, okay, this person is obviously sick.
Let's talk about 50 Cent when he had the role where he had to play the cancer patient. All right? People do stuff for all different type of reasons, and what I'm talking about is people who show up to the conversation, and you're talking about someone. Oh, have you seen so and so lately?
Right.
And then the conversation becomes, oh, they look like they're on that shit.
Right.
Oh, you know, she used to be promiscuous. Maybe she got AIDS. Oh, right. She got the parentheses face because she got AIDS.
Right.
When people don't know what the hell you have going on.
No, that makes sense. I'm talking about we walking down the street and we see someone with rags and tatters on and sunken skin. We not over here like, oh, they on a weight loss journey. We're going to be like, oh, this person clearly might be on that shit.
I make it a habit not to, I don't know. I don't like bashing people.
It's not a bash.
Now, what I do bash and I do condone. Mm-hmm. What I do condone. If a bad built bitch is got her mouth on me, it's free motherfucking game on that bitch.
Facts.
It's free game.
Facts.
Like, bitch, I'm showing up to the war how you showed up to the war. I don't give a fuck about your granny or go. It's a go for me. The whole family, we showing up to the fight in the comments. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we is going to break on the Dog Survival Guide.
We'll be back.